Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. We are family. Hey guys, I gotta start a load of laundry. Hold on just a second. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, let me get a glass of water, guys. Woo. That's where I'm going to start filming. Okay. Okay, my lovelies. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? We're just having a freaking a free for all over here on Real Talk Recovery. Okay. So I want to show you guys. I have a window that's like, I'll show you real fast. Okay. Do you see that window over there with the little like ledge that comes out? I'm going to clean that little ledge off, and I'm going to start filming right there in front of that window. And I'm going to set up, I have a little sign that says thankful, grateful, and blessed, hashtag Real Talk Recovery. And I have another little sign that like says happiness or something like that on it. It's an LED light. So I'm going to start trying to film over there. So that way, I don't know, it just looks a little bit better in the background. I do have to tell you guys, though, I've come such a long way since I first started my channel. Hold on just a second, guys. So everybody's back. Everybody's back. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about tonight? So Amanda, how long I think you've been coming around for a little bit, haven't you? I know what we're going to do. You guys can come on and share. Let me get the link. I'm going to post it in the chat. And then any of you guys that want to come on and share and talk with me, you can come up here on the screen with me. How does that sound? Do you think any of you guys would be interested in doing that? We are family. We are family. Okay, sorry guys. I know, I cannot help crying, you guys. Let me see how it works first. Okay, let me link it. Hold on. Let me get the link for you guys. It's super easy, you guys. You're going to love it. I got to share it. Hold on. Then I got to text my boss because I'm talking to my boss on the phone. Boss man, boss man. Okay, here you go. Bam, bam. Okay, guys, there's the link if any of you guys want to come on stream with me. Hold on. Yay! Okay, I'm waiting for everybody to come back. Sorry, guys, that's why I'm being quiet. I'm just getting these texts out that I need to send out. What was that? Oh, that's me. I'm like, what does that sound? Okay. How does it work, Nicole? Okay, so Manny, you click that link that's in the chat that I just put in the chat. And what it will do is it'll bring you on the screen with me. So you can do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer. You guys can do it from any device. All you got to do is just click it and come on the screen. Super easy, super easy. Nothing. You know how I am, you guys. I am really bad at technology. And so basically, the easier it is, the better it is for your girl, because I have really bad technological savviness. Thank you, Mama Kay. Oh, you're doing good, girl. Y'all are all doing good. Thank you so much. Okay, let me stop being in my phone. I'm sorry, you guys. Um, and any of you guys that are struggling and you're looking for recovery coaching, like I don't normally recommend other people, but I'm gonna recommend my here. Let me get his Patreon for you guys. So here's the thing. I have my own Patreon, but I don't do recovery coaching in my Patreon. Okay. I don't have a, oh, hey, hold on. Let me get Julia.
Okay, hi.
Hey, girl.
I
Hey.
look like trash, but it is what it is, right? Real life. Dude, my tooth
Oh,
fell.
you look great.
Fuck me, sorry. Can I get this any bigger on my side?
I don't know. Can you girl, don't even ask me.
This is as big as it's gonna get. Okay, whatever. I'm here.
I can see you though.
I'm trying. I'm literally like putting this on a freaking old TV. Why is this over here? The camera's over here. Girl, you do this? I don't know how.
I just look at you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, why the F is my cam? Okay. Yeah, so I lost a tooth.
What
And that makes
happened?
me, I was eating a caramel bar, and because of like I'm on methadone, right? And
Uh-huh.
everyone's like, your teeth are gonna fall out. I was bulimic, I was anorexic in high school. Like, it all comes with a price, right?
Oh yeah, let me
And
tell you something about a
I
lot of
still suffer
people.
from anorexia nervosa, and like
Uh-huh.
I think like all of it at once, my teeth are fucked. I
Right.
had beautiful teeth. Let me show you a picture of what my teeth used to look like as an addict and in
And listen
full.
to me, okay? A lot of people are going to try and tell you that's, oh wow, girl, you're still beautiful. Still
No, not
beautiful.
anymore.
You're still beautiful. A
I
lot of
don't feel
people
like
will
that
try to
anymore.
tell you that Suboxone and methadone cause tooth decay and tooth loss, but they don't. There's no studies, no proof or anything that it does. What the
That's why
problem
I
is,
think I think now it was the bulimia and anorexia. I'm a grease bucket. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look half normal.
you're fine. Don't even trip. A lot of
um,
people when they first get sober, or even before they get sober, we don't brush our teeth, or we use drugs that decay our teeth, or
yeah, it's
like
got to
you
be.
said.
I've been on methadone for like 7 years, and I've been clean on methadone. I've been clean except for like Valium, but they give me Valium.
Mm-hmm.
Or my clinic is fucked. Anyway, okay, so I chain smoke if that triggers anybody.
Tell me about
Girl,
the
I'm a chain
Valium.
smoker.
Now listen to me. Why are they giving you Valium on methadone?
Because I saw a psychiatrist through. Oh my God, sorry, my thing keeps going in and out. I
No, you're
apologize,
fine.
guys. I'm a mess.
You're fine.
Okay, I'm
The
trying.
only reason I
Okay.
asked you that is because,
I
um,
saw a psychiatrist through my clinic, and
uh-huh.
she said that I have severe depression. I've always known this. They diagnosed me when I was like 5 with Tourette syndrome, ADHD. Um, I probably already had an eating disorder. It was right after my parents had divorced.
Uh-huh.
And my dad got custody of me. My mom didn't even try to get custody of me. Now I take care of her. Go figure, right? And so I saw a psychiatrist through the clinic, and I'd been diagnosed prior to seeing this psychiatrist. And sorry, guys. And she was like, you're severely depressed. You have severe anxiety. It's clonazepam. It's 1.52 times a day. Like, I'm a mess mentally. I'll be the first one to, like, can you not tell?
Oh, listen to me. That's normal for a lot of us when we first, like, seriously, even though you've been sober for 7 years, like, I am the same way. Like, I'm still really spastic sometimes. And I mean, y'all
And
see
I
me all the
wasn't
time.
when I was using. That's the weird thing. It's like, I wasn't like this. Well, maybe I don't remember being like this. You know what I mean? When I
Hmm.
was using, I don't know. I can give you my story, girl. Like,
Well, listen to me. I just want you to be careful, like, how close you take them to each other because with methadone and any kind of
well, I
benzodiazepine,
just started taking, sorry to speak over you. I just started taking St. John's wort, and I asked
uh-huh.
my pharmacist if it was dangerous, and they're like, yeah, it makes you more sleepy. And I'm thinking, you guys have me on Seroquel, clonazepam. you have me on Lyrica, not
Uh-huh.
Lyrica. They don't have me on Lyrica. They have me on an antidepressant. Like I'm like, y'all are just handing out everything over here, and you're scared that I'm taking St. John's Wort? Is this
Right.
is this a joke?
That's natural, isn't it?
Yeah, it's natural. It's a natural herb for severe anxiety. Because I was trying to like tell them like maybe we can like replace this, and they're
Mhm.
like, no, what makes you more sleepy? Well, it's a money making racket. I'm so in Canada where I am, it's a money making racket.
Uh-huh.
They have us on everything when you get into recovery. Like they
Well,
get you.
listen to me. Listen to me. You be careful when you're dosing your methadone and
I don't
the
take my
Valium.
clonazepam till night, and I take my
Okay.
methadone in the morning.
Take them as far away from each other as you can because I have lost so many friends from
So my
benzo.
doctor's a coroner and tells me that all the time.
Oh, there you go. There you
She's
go.
a coroner.
So,
She goes, people mix like the wrong thing once and it's over. And I'm just like, well, then why are you guys giving me this? So I'm going to see a therapist. I said that last time I was in the chat, and I'm going to see another psychiatrist because, like, I don't even trust these people. Like, she's a coroner and a doctor. You're telling me this. You're my doctor, but you're not taking me off these medications.
well, it's not that simple to just rip you off of them. Like with something
Yeah.
like a benzodiazepine, she would have to taper you, and it would have to be the way to be successful when tapering off of benzos is to taper like slowly and
Uh,
lowly as you go down. You know,
yeah.
because a lot of people it's hard for them to come off benzos because of the post-acute withdrawal, like the withdrawal after the
Apparently,
withdrawal.
apparently the withdrawal from like benzos can put you into seizures and stuff.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh, my nerves,
But
you know?
listen to me. What are you doing besides like you're going to start doing therapy? Have you not started that yet, or are you going to start doing that?
I'm starting. I was in therapy with them. That was the psychiatrist that gave me all those medications.
Uh
And
huh.
she left for political reasons.
Uh huh.
Meaning what? I don't know. Let's just leave all these people I was helping in like the middle of their health.
Right. Right.
And I
Damn.
was like, and I really liked her. Like we had a really good rapport. Gone. And that's hurtful. Like I know it's silly to say that, but like we were getting to a good place where I could go in there and actually talk to her. Sorry, and what
It's
methadone
okay.
makes you sweat. It's disgusting. It looked like a
Oh,
stuffed
I
pig.
already know. Suboxone
Like
makes
when
you
you
sweat
said
too.
that the Suboxone made you sweat, I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, you need to come in this body for a day.
I used to be so embarrassed because during the summer I would be really, really sweaty. But
Honey,
now I'm
it's
gonna be
Canada.
honest.
It's -13 and I'm sweating like a stuck pig.
The lower I
Summer.
get though, the less less I sweat. So that's
And then
good.
I tell my doctor and she tells me that it's my nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Have
how's
all
it my
your
nervous system when I wasn't like this before?
No, it's the methadone, girl. It's the
Yeah.
methadone.
She
Everybody
denies
knows
like
that.
the silliest things, and it's like, I'm not going to sue you. I don't know what you're trying to deny. I read the book before I started it, a book this thick that they gave me for free.
How many milligrams of methadone are you on?
Girl, I don't even want to tell you.
Tell me.
You will judge me.
I will not judge you. Is it over 100?
120.
Oh, that's
I went down to like 100, and a
Hold on,
whole
I gotta
bunch of
shut the door.
personal things happened in my life, and I'm like, I can't do 100 or I'm going to be hitting the street. But I never did heroin. I never did fentanyl. Like I was a pillhead and a
Sorry,
cokehead and an alcoholic.
my washer was shaking. Sorry.
Pardon?
My washer was off balance. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, I hate that.
When it's going boom, boom,
My
boom, boom,
God,
boom.
like, someone's coming in the house. Here we go.
But listen, I'm not going to judge you, okay? Listen, that's the last thing I'm going to do.
That's why I feel really good here, because when I tell people I've been clean and I'm doing well, and I tell them that I'm on like help, they just disregard it. I'm like, you don't know how much I've worked my ass off just to get to this point. You'll never know.
Right.
You
I
know?
know, girl. I know. That's awesome.
And I did it by myself. I didn't tell my family. Like, I hid my addiction, right? I thought I did.
Yeah.
So you would think we're so good at hiding it, right? So my grandfather dies. My mom buys this house. And I go and I get clean. I'm like, I can't be in this house with my mom taking care of my grandma and be like this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. I'm like, I knew I'm going to be hoeing. I'm going to be on the street. Like, it's getting to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, I can't.
How did you get hooked on drugs? How did you get on drugs?
I met a dealer when I was in high school that I started dating that I didn't know was a dealer.
Uh-huh.
And he gave me, actually, I was in an abusive relationship when I was 17. I had a really rough upbringing. I know a lot of people have had a rough upbringing, but my mom walked out when I was 5. My dad starved, beat me. He's DID. He has dissociative identity disorder, personality, like manic. And he was an alcoholic and
Uh-huh.
grew up Pentecostal, and he's a homosexual. So he deals with a lot of turmoil inside. So that comes out on the outside when you're
Oh,
drinking. And then I
I'm
found out like he was mixing benzos and alcohol. Like someone should have told me this. Maybe, this wouldn't have happened to me if I had any recollection of the addiction that was already in my family that everyone was hushing up, you
right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I was in an abusive relationship when I was 17. Everything was amazing for like the first 2 years because I didn't love myself. I thought him calling me 30 times a day, following me, grabbing me and throwing me up a wall was love. That was my sick and twisted idea of love. He loves me. He
Right.
loves me. This is how my dad showed me love. This has to be love. And then he started hitting me. And it went into like severe, like, he would beat me to the point where I was unconscious and I would wake up and he was raping me. So finally, I ran to my dad's one day and he had ripped my shirt off, spit in my face. And I ran to my dad's and he just beat me up and he called the police. And the police finally said, "We have to charge him. You can't say no. You're the evidence. You're going to die."
Right.
And then I left him. I got a restraining order. He didn't even go to jail. Thanks, Canada. I love you. He did anger management, girl.
That happens all the time, just so
He
you
did
know. Here
anger
too.
management.
It happens like that here too. A lot of
Really?
times, a lot of, like, okay, let me give you an example. I was in a relationship and I called the police because this guy stabbed me, okay? And the police came, they picked him up and he went to jail. But he got out like literally 2 hours later.
And that's the scariest part because you
Right.
know they're going to get out. You know what these
And
people are
then he
like.
got out and he came hunting for me.
Same. He started
You
calling me
know?
from payphones.
And so they're not going to be able. That's what I'm like. When you get into these relationships, because I was in an abusive
Oh, and then I
relationship
got
for
into a worse one.
years.
That's when I started using, we were doing ecstasy and stuff like that, drinking
Uh huh.
socially. And then the guy I met after him, the dealer,
Uh huh.
started controlling me with cocaine.
Okay.
Plates of cocaine, money, but a control freak. Like, I'll drop you off at this party. Here's some drugs. Here's some alcohol. But you're fucking coming back to my house tonight. You better not, like 10,000 rules on what to, you know what I mean? It was always like, you can do this for this.
Right.
And I was in that relationship and he hit me too. His grandfather knew that he was hitting me. And I know this might sound disgusting. We were all fucked up. When we're into addiction, it's a shit show.
Oh,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? We were having sex on his pool table, and I told him to get off me because I didn't want to get pregnant. I'm using.
Right.
Like I know I can't have a baby right now. I'm 19 years old. And he says, just get a fucking abortion anyway. And I was like, you'll just get an abortion anyway. And I threw him off him, and his grandfather heard us going back and forth. His grandfather did nothing. I'm like, can I get a break?
Right. How old are you
Just get
now?
an abortion anyway. And
How,
then he asked me to marry him 3 years ago.
how old are you now, Julia?
31 February 1st. I look like a kid, I know.
You look very young. You're
I know.
31? Okay,
31
good.
February 1st.
So tell me this. Okay, so you've been sober on methadone for 7 years.
Yep.
Have you been able to heal? I mean, what are you doing to get past those traumas and stuff that you had in your life?
That's the thing. Like I hid it from everybody, so I hide my recovery. I go nowhere. I talk to no one. Like YouTube is my life. As sad as that is, it's the honest truth. It's kept me sober.
I mean, I'm not judging you. Believe that.
Right. Honestly, like I had to go into hiding every time, like you, every time I came back out, people robbed me. I'd give them whatever they wanted, the shirt off my back, like trying to get other people better. And it would just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm Christian. Y'all can believe what you want to believe. I have my beliefs. We're all different human beings. You can be a pagan. I'm cool if you're Muslim. If you're a pagan, whatever. I'm Christian. I was raised
Mm-hmm.
Christian. I continue to live like a Christian somewhat. I try, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I always feel like the devil's constantly trying to tempt me. Always. I know it's my addiction, but like, where'd that come from? You know what I mean? I
Right.
know what it
Right.
came from, all the trauma in my life that I didn't deal with. But
But you,
yeah,
but
just and
now
and
that
it
you're
keeps going
identifying
like
that,
that even as I got clean.
uh-huh. But that's the
And
thing,
now
like,
I'm single. I've been single for a year and a half.
okay, what happened with the relationship that you were in? Why are you single now? What happened there? Not
Girl.
a good, another bad relationship?
We got He was selling drugs and I didn't know. And then I found out and I tried to kick him out of my house. And he was living here. My mom was living elsewhere. And he wouldn't leave. He would not leave. I finally got a lawyer, got him out. And that's there's a whole bunch of shit with that. Just
Uh-huh.
like I'm all like, and my mom's ill. I take care of my mom. She's 72. It's like I can't get a break. For 31, I feel like I'm 65, and I'm sure a lot of people and like that. Not even addicts, like a lot of people feel like that. I feel like I'm 70 fucking 5 years old. Excuse my language. I have a filthy mouth. I apologize. Like I'm going through it, girl. It's like constant, but the only thing I have is my sobriety. So I try to keep that so close to me that I don't talk to anybody. I don't go anywhere. I live in like by Toronto. Look at my puppy. Can you see her?
I
That's my
see
life.
her.
I have two little Maltese dogs, and they're like
Uh-huh.
my life. It's so sad. Like, you know how
That is
like
so cute. No, it's not. I mean, listen, the only thing I worry about, like with you, like isolating yourself and like staying at home all the
that's
time, is like being to a point where you're like about to burst and you're like, I got to get out of here and do
that's
something,
what
you
my
know?
mom says all the time. So I've been like lately I've been like pushing myself. Then my tooth comes out. Do you see what I mean? Like 3 days ago. And I'm like, is this fucking seriously happening to me?
It's you can get it fixed though. It's okay.
Girl, uh, it's gonna cost. I need all of my teeth removed. They're like, because some of them are bad. They're all starting to go bad.
I know.
That's
I
my
know.
fault. I started suffering with bulimia. The first time I threw up, I think I was 11. I don't suffer with bulimia anymore. I suffer with anorexia nervosa now.
Uh-huh. Well, that's just an addiction too. You know that,
Oh
right?
yeah,
That's all
and
it
and
is.
all
It's
these
just
addictions
addiction.
were together. They were like what are those called? Those like um you see them like on the road. Those haystacks that are together.
The
What are
little
those
rolled
called?
what
Yeah,
tumbleweeds?
the rolling things.
Oh,
It
I
was
know what
like
you're
just
talking
a
about.
bunch
Yeah.
of trauma rolling, girl. And I feel now
Well,
my tooth's out. And
you
I'm a
have a
makeup
good.
artist.
Listen to
I
me.
went to college. Like I did all the things I was supposed to do. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
You have a good attitude about it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like it always can be worse. Okay.
Yes,
I,
yes, yes. I tell myself that every day. I'm like, girl, you lost your tooth. You could have had cancer.
right. And listen, you really like this is something that you need to focus on getting your life in check with your eating because you're gonna
Yeah,
kill
that's what I
yourself.
talked to my therapist about. But unless you're dying here, they really don't care.
You're gonna die if you don't eat.
I know, no, I know, but because I'm like 125 pounds at 30, I called them and I told them I'm suffering with my therapist and the place I'm going to go. It's a whole like mental health facility,
Uh huh.
and I was like I suffer with anorexia nervosa as well. And he asked me my weight, and it was like it wasn't a big deal. And then the next time I talked to another gentleman, and he was more serious about it, and I'm like, thank God, this is who I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is so serious because that, okay, so think about it. When you're restricting yourself and you're not eating, then your
That's why I
heart,
sweat and stuff like this because I'm ready to pass out.
right, and your heart, that's what will happen is your heart will you'll have a heart attack and die. And so, how do you restrict yourself from eating every day, or do you try to eat at least once a day?
I
You
try to
know,
eat once a day. My
okay.
mom, and the worst part is like I hid this from everybody. I'm trying to tell people now, like, I don't really have anyone to talk to. And my mom is like so worried about it. And my mom's 72, and I don't have any brothers or sisters. My mom has no brothers or sisters. I
Mhm.
have no family that I speak to because they're mental.
Mhm.
And it's easy for me to get triggered and start drinking. That's my thing. I don't know if this happens with a lot of addicts. If I drink, I'm gonna use.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is that normal? Like if
Well,
I
I
go
do the
out and I
same
drink,
thing.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna get a bag of Coke and I'm gonna
Right.
do Coke.
Right. A lot of people do with alcohol because alcohol kind of like I call it. It's like
It
kind of
brings
like put,
down my inhibitions.
yes. It's kind of like putting oil on a rusty like bolt. It loosens it up and gets you all like
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what happened. I'm like, woo, life is great till tomorrow and I'm broke, honey. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, I
I
totally
go to
know
the
what you
bank
mean.
and I've bought, there's $300 gone and I'm feeling like shit, can't sleep. Life is just great
That
till
is
tomorrow.
right. That's how, and that's what it is. It's a temporary fix, and that's what you have to remind yourself that it's just
I
temporary.
haven't gone out for my birthday in 5 years. That was like my big boom. Like I
Hmm.
used to have so many friends, like friends with money. I had my own money, and it's like I'm
You
trying to grow up. You know what I mean? A lot of
right.
people where I live, I'm close to Toronto. They're not trying to fucking grow up here, girl. They're not.
A lot of
You
people are out
pretend
there
like
getting
they
high still,
are.
huh? Are they
Pardon
like?
me,
Are they? I hear that it's pretty bad in Canada with people like
honey.
everywhere on the streets.
Streets. I just saw a gentleman. I was getting my new health card, and he was drinking coffee out of the garbage, and I handed him a $20 bill, and I'm like, I can't do this. And when I had money before, I was always handing out money to the homeless because I knew like that's where I was going to be if I didn't get my shit together. And
Right.
my heart breaks for these people. It's cold. There's nowhere for these people to go. There isn't that many outreach programs.
Hmm.
Like
I do
thank
know,
God we've
girl.
had a mild winter. Those are the small blessings for me, like a mild winter in Canada. That's a
Right.
blessing.
This is the what you got to start doing is trying to because listen, you're going to get your mind so in the like I do this all the time too, like where
We're
everything
a
seems
lot
to be
alike. That's why I would never even come on here with anyone else. I'm like, we're like we could be fucking sisters.
everything
Like,
starts coming at me at one time and I'm like, "Oh my
what do
god,
I
if it's not
do?
one thing, it's another." But I have to like take myself out of that and say, "Nicole, think about how far you've come. Julia, think about how far you've come. Yes, you still have a long way to go. So do I. But you can get started now." You know what I mean? Like it's so important for you to not look back because when we look back, it depresses
That's
me. I'm
why I
always like,
can't have social media. Like,
"Why?"
I'm not on social. I have like a Twitter that I don't go on. I have a Facebook I don't go on because those are triggers for me.
Well,
Simple
that's
little
good that
things
you
like
know that
that.
though. You know what I mean? If as long as you know that, you keep that stuff away and like just focus on making yourself better. Focus on getting yourself into therapy and getting your anorexia under control because girl, do you watch Eugenia Cooney? You want to look like that girl? You want to be dead? That's what will
No,
happen. This is addiction, just like and this is just like a drug addiction.
it's
Because it's
worse.
control. When we it's a control thing. That's what it is about food, so, and that's how we are when we're in our active addiction. Is that we think that we have control. It's the same
That's
with
why when
eating.
you showed the picture of you, like you were like really tiny, and we think you look so good. I was like, wow, like I can relate to her so much. Like I thought I looked so fucking hot, and I looked like
Yeah,
I was fucking dying.
I thought I was so hot, girl. I was like,
Me
I am the
too.
finest thing.
Me too.
But you know
It's like
what?
delusions of grandeur. It really is delusional. We get ourselves into a fucking delusion.
Right, right. And I mean, it makes me so happy that you feel comfortable that you can come on here and that you could just sit with me and talk with me. And I cry all the time, girl, and I'll do anything I can to help you and support you. Like when I tell you that you can text the Real Talk Recovery phone number, I'm serious. Like I'll do anything I can to help guide you, and I will do anything I can to help push you to
I'm just
do
that
what you need to
person that
do.
feels like I'm intruding on your life. Like I know you have a child, you have a husband, you work. Like I'm that person that like that anxiety will come in. Like you're bothering her. Why are you bothering this girl? Do you know what I mean?
Right, right. Well, I mean, we have all kinds of, if you haven't joined, you should join our Discord. Then I do have the
How do I
Patreon.
do that? Excuse me. How do I
Discord,
do that?
we'll link a link in the comment section. Then I have the Patreon where last night it's $2 a month, girl. It's literally $2. That's
I
it.
don't even know how to pay. If I knew how to donate, girl, I'd be donating. I don't even know how to do any of this
Well,
internet
you don't
stuff.
have
Like,
to
I'm not
donate.
good at
It's like
it.
it's a link, and what you do is you'll join with me and Nicole and Melissa and
Do I put
Cindy
like my
Moore.
debit card on it?
Yeah, yeah. And so
Okay.
if I could do it for free, I would do it for free. But
No,
that's
no, no,
how
no, no. I just
Patreon
want to
works.
know how. I don't give a shit if it was
But
$10
listen to
a
me.
month. This is my life.
Last night we had a live stream, and it was just us. And there was 15 of us. About 10 people showed up, and we all took turns coming on camera and just sharing what we were going through. It's like, and we do that. We do that once a month. Then we do videos in Patreon. It's more private than on my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Kimberly said she's donating for you. She just donated $20. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Aw.
Stop.
So
Thank you.
don't cry, girl. But I'm just telling you, like, I even have free resources for you to have support, okay? I have the Facebook group and we have the Discord. And you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. If you don't come in and talk with everybody, if you don't put in the effort, then it's not going to be helpful for you. But if you come in and you get right in the middle and you say, hey, Nicole, what can I do? I want to do this. I want to do that. Then I'll help. I'll put you to work. Ask everybody else that comes on. I'm
That's
like,
what
you
I
want to help
mean.
out? It'll keep you busy. It'll keep you focused on, having your little, it's not anything big. Like you're not over here editing videos for me or anything, but you'll have a
No. It's a
purpose.
community.
Yes, it's like having a purpose, okay? And there's so many other people in there that are like Merck, okay? Merck is fucking killing it. He is literally he links all my videos. He links every link for me when we do live streams. He goes into the
Thank you,
Discord and checks
Kimberly.
on
Thank you,
everybody.
everybody.
He sends messages out. Like, we all help each other, but like, we all have to have like a place. And so that's why we have this channel, is because I want to be able to have you guys to have a place, and I hope that the more my channel grows, that one day we'll be able to have a place and y'all will be able to like work for me.
We
And
will.
you know what I mean?
I'm
And
telling
we can
you.
like take Real Talk Recovery all over the United States.
And go to colleges and universities. Like, people need to see this. People need
You
to
know?
see what the fuck is going on in front of their own eyes in their own homes. My
But
mom had no idea.
I was raised up the same way, okay? My
Yeah,
mother,
extremely religious.
yes. And my mom was Pentecostal, and me and my two sisters, there's three of us, we couldn't cut our hair, we couldn't wear makeup, we couldn't wear earrings, we had to wear dresses.
Yeah, all the way to the floor.
Yep, no pants.
And I
So
rebelled.
I was really sheltered in that way, and addiction ran rampant in my family. On my mother's side, her brother, she has two brothers that were addicted, a sister that was an addict, her dad was an addict, an alcoholic.
Alcoholism ran rampant. No one warned me. We didn't talk about it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's why we have to talk about it and let people know, like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, and it's no secret. Now, I'll tell you another thing. My husband was raised up the same way, where his was worse, where his mom and everybody, they wouldn't speak about addiction. And my husband struggled with an addiction for so many years. He still does. He's been sober for a little over a year now, but he has struggled. Like,
Thank
I've remained
God,
sober.
year to year. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
People don't
And
understand. It's like a freaking war. Every day is like 72 hours to an addict. You know what I mean? It's like a ticking clock, a forever ticking clock. For me anyway, sometimes.
right. And that's the thing. Like, that's what I hope that with Real Talk Recovery, I hope that, like, by joining Discord and coming on here with us and doing these kind of things, that will help you to learn in your mind, like, okay, there are things that I can do that are going to help shift my thinking from my life sucks, I can't do this anymore. Like, that's why I try to stay consistent with my message and like come on here and let you guys know, like, I have bad days. My life sucks sometimes. The other day, I was crying my eyeballs out. I couldn't stop crying. I was so damn depressed.
You have SAD, right? You have seasonal
Yes.
depression. So do I.
And so I was just like, but you know what? We have
So
to
you got me
remember.
motivated just listening to someone else dealing with like not being able to get the fuck out of bed sometimes. You
Yeah.
got me motivated enough to get up and go out, even if it's like disgusting outside. Get up
Yes.
and go.
Even if it's just walking down the street. Girl,
Yeah,
sometimes I
well,
just walk
I
down to
have
the
to be
mailbox.
careful with that because I'll over exercise. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Like it really helps with my anxiety, and then I get on a kick, and I'm like, well, I'm walking. I have a huge park. It's called, I don't know if I should really tell people. Whatever. It's a big park,
Uh-huh.
and all like I used to run it as an addict,
Mhm.
like 12 times a day. It's like
Mhm.
it was like the anorexia, like goes with my addiction. It's so mental.
Right, right. And so in your mind, you're thinking like, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to walk around and then the weight will come off. I mean,
Yeah, and the way, and I'll be feeling great, and I will look like I'm dying. I will feel like I'm dying.
uh, well,
So
that you look healthy. Your weight doesn't look like it's bad.
no,
You know what
that's
I
why
mean?
they're not really worried, right?
Right. But when did you start restricting? When have you been doing it for a long time?
My father, this is so people like that's the thing. I'm scared to go to a psychiatrist because my upbringing was so bad. People aren't even going to believe the shit that I went through, you know?
No, you have got to go to the doctor and tell them these things. They're not going to not believe you. I promise you that they're not going to do that. They'll be there. Why would you go in there and lie to them? They'll believe you. You can't think
No.
that.
My dad used to put my mom on restrictive diets that she could only eat Melba toast and cottage cheese in a day. That was what my mom was allowed to eat. So
Uh-huh.
I saw my mom like very petite and just very controlled. You know, my dad controlled everything she wore, her makeup, what she ate. So I grew up thinking that was normal to eat
Right.
cottage cheese and Melba toast. And my father used to call me a fat pig if I opened the fridge too many times a day.
Yeah.
Like that mother, you're just like your mother. So like those intrusive thoughts, that's what I need to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had a
And
similar
then when my mom
experience.
left my dad, I was 5. My mom left my dad and never came back. And she left my father and gained a bunch of weight, and that's all he would say about my poor mom.
Mhm.
She's fat. My mom was there's an 18 years difference between my father and my mother in age.
Uh-huh.
She got diabetes and she gained some friggin' weight. Big deal.
Right, right, right.
But in my house, that's a huge deal.
I know. I know. That's how it was. My dad wasn't mean. He didn't mean to do these things, but my dad was very self-conscious about his own weight. So when I was a little girl and I
Same
was
with
growing
mine.
up, my dad would really he was afraid he was getting fat. So he would say things like, "We don't want to get fat around here. Come on, you guys, we got to make sure." And I'm
And
like,
to little girls, that's the worst thing that you can say, in my
"Right.
opinion. It's the worst thing
Right."
you can say.
And now,
You went through an eating disorder, right? Or am I incorrect?
girl, I still struggle with overeating.
Oh, girl, that's a part of anorexia too, is the binging.
I wish I could say that I starved myself and stuff, because then maybe I would be skinny. But I have a really
No.
bad problem with overeating and
Binging.
binging.
It's a binge eating disorder. It's a disorder. My mom has it.
And
When
I
she
know
gets
the reason I'm
stressed,
doing it is because when I do it, I feel it. I know this sounds so crazy, but
nothing sounds crazy to me.
when I'm eating these foods that I like and I enjoy, I can feel the good
Happiness.
feelings.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel happy. Honey, I'll sit down with the whole cheesecake. And I
Oh
had
my
Haagen-Dazs ice cream at 3 in the morning. And I
I
eat my
was
Haagen-Dazs like, ooh, and I'm falling asleep doing it. And I'm like, what am I doing? Because I'm
I
binging in my
ate
sleep.
I ate
Because
a
I'm
whole
restricting during
cheesecake.
the
Listen,
day.
I ate a whole cheesecake with the multiple different flavors.
Oh, I have one right now.
I was so
Look,
sick.
I'm not even kidding. Look at this. So you know I'm not lying.
I was so sick, girl. I threw up so much because all of that cheesecake was in
Yes,
the bottom of
binge
my
eating.
stomach.
It's called binge eating. Girl, look. Wait. Look, chat.
That's my favorite kind of cheesecake.
I'm gonna eat a piece first, girl. And it's
I
good.
love you. You are
I
just
was
like my sister.
I was good.
You would love my sister, Michelle. She's crazy like us too.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'm so glad
But you
that
know
you
what? I
come
don't
on.
think we're crazy.
We're
I
not
don't think we're
crazy.
crazy. I think we're the only ones that are fucking awake.
We're normal. They're all
Yes.
crazy.
The normal people are the ones taking 30 medications, not telling anybody, and going to yoga.
Yeah,
Life
we're
is
being
so
honest. We're being honest, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying
and
to tell
people
you
don't
guys
like
about.
that.
You know, it's important. There's
That was
nothing to
good.
lie about. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, like it's better to be upfront, be honest about things. That way, there's nothing to hide. That way, there's no miscommunication. That's, you know, for a long time, it took me a while to be comfortable with talking about a lot of things on my channel, but I've just learned that as long as I'm being
You
honest.
saved my life talking about those things. You're saving people's lives. I'm telling you.
Oh, man, I don't save anybody's life, but I'll tell you this. God puts me in a position to share these stories because that somebody did the same thing for me. And then, you know, that's what happens is the seed is planted and hopefully that helps somebody. I wish I could say I was saving people's lives, but it's just, I'm just the messenger. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a greater thing than that. It's
A
greater
greater
than me.
purpose.
It's greater than you. It's greater than all of us put together. It's a whole, it's a fucking, this is a mission we're on at Real Talk Recovery.
Honestly.
Like, I'm on a mission. You know,
I'm
like,
on a mission with you, girl, because I can't do this
to help
anymore.
change
I
people's
can't. I
lives.
cannot be alone in my own head. It's not normal.
You got to come join. That.
Like,
That's why you're going to come join the
stepping out of my
Discord, and
comfort
you're going to
zone,
come
and
join.
I don't give a shit.
Listen, you're going to come join the Discord, and you're going to come join the Patreon, or come join the Facebook, and you'll be in the middle of everything with all of us. Okay? You still there? We're over here. I love you guys. Y'all are all listening so intensely.
Here.
So, hey, Julie, listen, I'm going to let you go, and then we're going to let whoever wants to come up next. Does that sound good? And I want you to join the Discord, okay? And come over and be with us. You're not alone. Okay, girl? Love ya. Okay, y'all. Julia, everybody give Julia a round of applause. She was so brave to share her story with us, you guys. Like, for real. That was really brave, girl. And you're welcome up here on Real Talk Recovery with me anytime. Okay? Anytime. Don't ever be ashamed of where you've come from. Don't ever be ashamed of your struggles. There's nothing to be ashamed of, you guys. All right? That shame is what keeps us sick. Let me see. Here is our Patreon, patreon.com/real talk recovery. Okay, hold on. I think she's still there. Let me see you. Hold on. I see you, girl. Well, let me back on. Okay, here you go. Are you okay? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Unmute your microphone. Can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. Your mic isn't connected, Julia. I can't hear you. That's right. You are so strong. Okay, girl. I'm going to let you go. Okay. Love you. Bye. Okay. If she gets it back on, we'll get her back on. Okay. But if not, Anybody else, if anybody wants to come up and share tonight, we're just having a free-for-all share night tonight on Real Talk Recovery. So if anybody wants to come up and share, come on up and share with us. We are just having a good old time tonight. I'm going to go check on Nate because I hear him up there making some squeaky sounds, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys? Nate? You okay, buddy? Hey, chicken butt. All right. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I had to go check on Nate. So, Julia, girl, your story is so amazing. You are so strong. Oh, that's you, Jules. I loved your story, girl. Damn, you are so strong. So please, Jules, come and join us. If you can't join Patreon, that's fine. Join the Discord. Just come and hang out with us, okay? You're not alone. You're welcome. Hey, Kim. Oh, thanks, girl. Welcome to the family. I'll text you and welcome you in. Okay? Oh, y'all are the best. I'm so excited to have all of you guys. Don't get emotional, Nicole. Don't get me emotional. What's wrong, Nate? Okay. Okay, so let's talk about some stuff, okay? So Julia came on and she really she really unpacked a lot of stuff, you guys, you know, and a lot of us go through struggles, right? A lot of us go through these kind of struggles. And this is what, whenever I talk to you guys about, you know, being open-minded and not judging others' journeys, this is why I talk to you guys about these things, because so many people are struggling inside, and just one comment from somebody can really make or break somebody when they're having a hard time. You know what I mean? Okay, Kenneth, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for coming in. A lot of times these situations, like you said, we're get alone in our own minds. We are alone in our own minds. We think that there's no other way out, and that everything is just crumbling around us. And I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. And that's exactly why we have this channel. Okay. That's exactly why I started this channel, because I needed support. And now look, I'm getting so much support from all of you guys. Yeah. Yeah. You want some chocolate milk? No. Okay, I'll get you some. Well, why don't you come down here and look? Huh? Chicken butt? Let me move this over here so I can talk to you guys while I do this stuff for Nate. He just woke up and he's not in a good mood. Okay. Do you guys see these new cereals? Chips Ahoy and Honey Bun cereal. Oh. I got through the struggle so much, I'm going to make it my name. I know that's right. Struggle Hoffman here. Luke, you crack me up. How are you been doing, Luke? Everything going okay your way? Julia, you are so strong, and I'm honored that you felt comfortable to come on here and share with us, for real, because I know how hard it can be to open up, you guys. It really is scary, especially on YouTube, a big old giant, you know, a YouTube platform So, but just by sharing that, Julia, you have no idea how many other women and men you probably just helped just by sharing what you're going through. That's what this is all about. One addict helping the other addict. This is how we do it. This is how we stay sober, get sober, and help each other in the process, you know? Girl, you're not a mess. You're fine. I am the same way. So don't even trip. I've been there, done that, got the picture. I'm going to go deliver my little boy some chocolate milk, and I'll be right back. Here I come. What? Here, Nate. Hold on, buddy. I'm getting it. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Here you go, Bubba. After I get done, we're going to take a bath. Okay? I'm going to take here. We're going to take a bath. Coming up. All right. All right, here I come. Sorry about that, you guys. So what are y'all talking about? Yes, we're all hot messes here. So let's get this going. Oh, I gotta make something to eat for my hubba bubba. I really want, that's gonna be good on top of some rice. And then baked macaroni. Cheesecake, baby, cheesecake. Let me see, this is roast. So it says empty contents from package into a skillet. Cover skillet and heat over medium heat. Or remove outer sleeve and place vacuum sealed tray in microwave. Do not pierce, heat on. Okay, 3 to 4 minutes. Hey girl, I'm glad you're here. We're just having a good night tonight, aren't we, you guys? Do you have that cereal? Girl, I'm trying to eat healthy, but my husband keeps bringing home those sweet little cereals, and I'm just like, dang it. No problem here. No, me too, girl. Me too, Manny. I could eat a whole thing of cereal too. Ooh, tacos sounds good. Okay, so what else y'all want to talk about? Anybody else want to come up and share a little bit about what you're going through, how your recovery's going? You don't have to share if you're not comfortable, but if you want to, go ahead and come on up. Come on up. Go find the link. It's somewhere at the beginning. And come share with all of us. So I'll share a little bit. I feel like I've told you guys everything about my life, but let me think. So you know the reason why I started my channel was because I needed support, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start Real Talk Recovery I actually started my channel, you guys, and I used to call it Nicole Pludre's Recovery Journey. But I changed it because, well, first of all, I changed it because I had so many trolls like trying to get into my personal life. And then I changed it. But now it's like I already tell everybody like what my real name is, so it doesn't matter. No, Discord is just like a separate chat. Patreon is like more of a way. Patreon costs money. Patreon is where, you know, a lot of content creators started Patreons because their channels were being demonetized. And so I started mine like a year ago and never really I didn't really push it a lot. But since my channel has grown, I recommend it now because if you're in my Patreon, then you're in a private area with me and like it's like a smaller group of people. It's me and about 16 other people. So there's almost 20 of us in the group, but it's growing. And the first tier is $2. The second tier is $3. Then it goes to 5, 10, 25. And basically, you guys, it's just a way to support my channel. Uh, that's really all it is. So, because YouTube is really not good to people like me who make content about addiction and recovery. It's like, let me tell y'all something. The other day I made a video and the title was, oh, it was like a week ago. The title was My First Time Doing Heroin. Okay. I uploaded the video and it was automatically green, which means it's monetized. Like I can make money from it. And let me just share with you guys, like, cost per, it's like literally I might make $2 off of a video, you know, if I can. Oh, hey, Nicole, I got something to send you. It's my first try at your pick. Just a rough draft, but I kind of got it. Ooh, I'm excited, Nicole. And Kim, I'm so glad that you joined, girl. I can't wait to get to know you, like for real. Like I just messaged you over there. I'm fixing to send you the link to our private Hangouts chat. Hold on, let me get it. I'm so excited because it's just awesome. And what it does is it, like, since we've been doing, like I said, the video we did last night, it's like it was all of us and it was private and it was really good, you guys. It was really good. So Hangouts. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Share the link. Copy. I'll send you the link, girl, Jules. Here, I can send it to you right here. It's easy. It's you just download the application on your phone. It's super easy. But I just don't want you guys to feel like I'm pressuring you to do it. Like I don't ever want to come across like I'm like, you have to join my Patreon or else, because that's not how I am. That's not good. www. Okay. It's like exclusive. There you go, girl. It'll be good for me to have others to talk to. Yes, and we just got a couple new girls in the chat, and Nicole and Melissa, and which is Mama F. Kenny and Nicole that are on right now. And them girls have been spicing things up because it's like, you know, when you have like a bunch of people in the chat and they've been there and we all know each other, and then you add new people to the group, it's like, you know, it spices things up. Hey, Matt. So anybody that wants to come on and share tonight, I'm going to send the link into the chat again. So the floor is open to anyone who wants to share how you're doing in your recovery. Let me see, clipboard. Bada bing. Why can't I get it on there? There we go. For anybody that wants to come on and chat with me. I feel so much better every time I come here. Damn, that makes me feel good. I'm so glad that helps you, Luke, for real. Let me tell you, I feel better. Good, Manny. I'm so glad. So is Jules, the Julia that was on earlier. Yes, Deidre, that is Jules. And y'all, Deidre, girl, I love you so much. How you been doing? Deidre is my country sister. We're both so country. Deidre, I was talking to my husband the other day. I told him about the bunny rabbit. Girl, I want me one of them little flopsy mopsies. I want one of them bunny rabbits. Oh, I love bunny rabbits, you guys. Yes, anytime you guys can come up here and share. I just haven't ever done this because a lot of the times, I'll put the link out and a lot of people they get nervous to come on, but anybody's welcome to come on. In fact, I got somebody texting me right now that's pissing me off. Come on, man. Let me send him the link. Nicole, it really helps me a lot. You just don't know how grateful I am for y'all. I'm grateful for you too, Luke. It helps me too. It helps me too. I think a lot of people, they're like, hey, Hitman, I'm so glad you're here. I don't think I saw you earlier. That's because you guys, a lot of us isolate. A lot of us are at home, or maybe we have young kids, so we're not around other adults. And so, whenever we can come on here and we can sit and we can chat with each other and we can share with each other and we can relate to each other, that's what it is. It feels so good. Okay, girl, I'm serious. I want to give Nate one for Easter. If my messy butt can get on there, we all can. That's right, girl. I'm Cindy. I'll keep it out. I won't let them eat it. Thank you, Melissa. Good job. So, yeah, and let me tell you guys about Cindy, okay? Cindy, when are you going to start putting videos on your channel? Cindy's Journey, aka Cindy Moore, she and I have been friends for how long we've been friends for, Cindy? 3 years now? 3 years. And Cindy has been with me since the beginning of my channel. And she is so dedicated to helping Real Talk Recovery and sharing the message of hope and recovery and letting people know that we have this channel. Like, she really has. Now, it always hasn't been like that. We went through a rough patch, remember? But she has really, really shown me her true, that she really wants to be here and help me. And I really appreciate that. One thing that I'm really good about, you guys, is that I forgive. You know what I mean? Like, if something happens and we have a falling out and you come back and we make amends to each other and you're sincere, like, I will welcome you back into my life with open arms. And sometimes I wish that people were like Cindy, because Cindy came back and we worked it out. And I'm so glad that we did, Cindy, because you have been instrumental in helping this channel. You really have been helping me so much. She says, I'm starting a channel, but I'm very busy with yours right now. She is that too. She is so busy. She stays busy helping the channel. That's right. It is part of recovery is forgiving, you guys. And I have to remind myself like that sometimes that, like nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, but some people don't ever want to forgive, but that's the thing. When we don't forgive and we live with that hatred and that resentment in our heart, it's like not healthy for us. It's not good for what is that saying that they say? I think one of you guys said it earlier. It's like letting that other person live rent free in your head, which basically was what I was doing earlier, but not anymore, honey. I'm not going to let anybody live rent free in my head. And I'm not going to let anybody, run my life. I am going to be the decider of who does that. Okay, Manny, you can come up here and share about it if you feel comfortable. It's okay, Merk. It's really okay. We all struggle with it. But this is what I want to tell you. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Set yourself free. Okay? Because when I'm holding a resentment against somebody, and that means that person is in my mind all the time. You know? Yep, I was hanging out with some people that blinded me about Nicole. I finally woke up and realized what a beautiful person Nicole is. Now I always have her back. Cindy, thank you so much, because I have got so much to talk to you about after this live stream, girl. But the same people are still doing the same things to this day, girl. And that's why we just have to remember some people are never going to change, and we just got to pray for those people. Pray for them, you guys. That's all I can do, because I can't make them change, you know? Been in and out of the chat, just listening and taking care of Kenny. You're doing a great job, Melissa. I love you, girl. Thank you. Set yourself free. That's right. That is right. Can I tell them a little bit about you, Melissa? Melissa is a mom, and she has a little boy. His name is Kenny, and he has autism, and so she joined our group because she just loves the support that we have here. And she's not a drug addict, but she loves listening to our stories, and she loves hanging out with us, and she's just jumped right in and got right in the middle and been helping out. And so she is just welcome. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in recovery. It doesn't matter if you have never had an addiction. If you find love and support and good people here, and you want to be a part of our channel, then you come on in and be a part of our channel. You know, being a mother with a child who has autism can be very, very stressful. My little nephew has Asperger's. Well, he's not little anymore. He's 16. But when he was growing up, my sister Michelle really struggled, and she had to have a lot of help from my mom and dad because she couldn't do it on her own. And so when you have something like that going on in your life, it's good to have other areas where you can let loose. So that's, Melissa, I'm proud of you, girl, because what you're doing is, okay, 99% of the time I'm here with Kenny and I'm taking care of him. But what I need to have something for me. Okay? It's so important for mothers to have time for them. Okay? And so by coming and joining us and hanging out with us, this is your mom time, your time, you know? And a lot of us moms, addict moms, when we first get sober, you guys, I know I still do it. I always felt guilty, like I wasn't doing enough for my son. You know what I mean? Sabitha is not an addict either. She loves to support everyone, and she's a beautiful person. I love Sabitha. Okay, y'all, we got a crazy motherfucker here.
What up? Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Well, let me just tell y'all about this punk. He's like, you said she would have me on. Well, you know what I was supposed to do tonight? Kinsey was going to come on tonight at 7, but she got called into work. So
she doesn't even have a job.
Well, there you go.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, so what's going on, man?
Chilling.
How are you doing? Okay, so the other day Jay came on the channel and we did a whole video, but we ended up scrapping it. So what I would like for you to do, Jay, I'm fixing dinner, but I would love to know about how you got into drugs, what your drug of choice was, and just a little bit about you. And I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to get this food out of the microwave.
Okay, thanks for putting me on the spot again. My name's Jay. What do you want to know?
Tell me about when you started using drugs. How did you get into doing drugs?
I mean, I started smoking weed when I was like 16, like everybody. And then, first off, everybody unsubscribe to Nicole and come subscribe to my channel.
You're such a joker.
No, and then like after I graduated from high school, like that summer, my dad died, so I started like hanging out at my buddy's house all the time, and we drank pretty much every night. Like we got stupid drunk every night.
Yeah.
And one of his older sister brought some dude around, and he let us try meth. And after that, I didn't sleep for like the next 15 years.
How did your dad pass away?
Congestive heart failure.
How old was he?
42.
Damn. How old were you when that happened?
18.
Were you and your dad really, really close?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, him and my mom were married or whatever.
But I mean, but he. So yeah, your dad was your dad. Y'all weren't like, that was your dad though. Like,
Yeah.
that really affected you when you were growing up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did you go into a depression?
No, not. I mean, I just and also around that time, like I had a friend, and he had a friend that worked at a pharmacy, so we were getting like the bags of like 1,000 of every milligram OxyContin, every milligram Xanax, Valium, like pretty much any pill you can make money off of.
Uh-huh.
And like I was real bad on benzos. Like I would black out for long periods of time at a time.
Uh-huh.
Long periods of time at a time. Get your microwave.
Go ahead.
And and then like I said, my friend's older sister's boyfriend, he brought meth around, and you know I instantly fell in love with that also.
How long were you doing meth?
How long was I doing it?
Yeah.
Until I fell out, and then I'd wake up and do it again. I mean,
So did you smoke it, snort it, shoot it?
I mean, I've tried all of them. Hot rails were my favorite.
Oh yeah. We talked about that. Tell everybody what a hot rail is, because I don't think a lot of people know.
It's when you take a I guess like a crack pipe, right? Like a glass tube, and
Yeah.
you heat the end of it with the torch, and then you know, obviously you don't put the heated up in your nose, but I have seen that. It's fucking awesome.
I've seen somebody do that before too. Oh, so hurt. That would hurt bad.
Yeah. But yeah, you heat up the end and you put that in and you snort it, and like you blow out a great big cloud of smoke and you're high as fuck instantly.
Right. That is a crazy high. It's very intense. It's very intense.
I heard that's the closest thing to shooting it.
What would you say that what was the appeal of methamphetamine? Why was it methamphetamine that you got so addicted to? Why wasn't it oxys or benzos? Like, why did you prefer meth?
Just everything about it. Like, it gives you energy, it gives you like false confidence, and you can just get so much more shit done because you don't sleep.
Yep.
And you think you look like I thought I looked so good on it, and like I put on like 70 pounds in the past 3 years.
Well, you look great, man. You look good now.
I know, right?
I thought the same thing though. Yeah. I'm gonna show you a picture real fast. I was so skinny when I was on meth, and I thought that.
Did I send you a picture of my mugshot from when I got arrested for the manufacturing? Yeah.
You looked pissed in that picture.
Yeah, because fuck.
What did you get arrested for?
Manufacturing methamphetamines.
Okay, I want you to tell us the story. How did you get caught manufacturing methamphetamines?
Okay, so I had a buddy he had like an apartment above his mom, and she didn't care what we did, so like we cooked dope up there every single day, and we were doing like shake and bake at the time, but we got some anhydrous, and this was like in the middle of Evansville, Indiana, like pretty big city, and I don't know if y'all have been around it, like when you cook it or whatever, anhydrous it fucking stinks bad, but so we went ahead and like poured the anhydrous off into the bottle in his alley, and a cop was driving by and smelled it, and so they like came to knock on the door. Of course, we didn't answer the door. We barricaded it 4x4s, and then we sat there. And there's the camera, so we could see outside. They didn't leave. There just kept being more and more cops come, and then we seen the SWAT truck pull up, and they sat there for a little bit, and I guess they finally got the warrant. And it took them like 10 minutes to get the door off the hinges, but they came in with rifles and red beams, drug us all out of the house, and charged us all with manufacturing.
So they saw you while they were driving by, man.
No, they smelled it. They smelled the anhydrous.
Oh, they smelled it. Okay. So after you got arrested, did you go? How did you go straight to jail, or did you bond out?
No, it was a $20,000. I've been in trouble a lot before. I had a $20,000. It was a cash only bond.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you sat in there the whole time. Did you have to sit in there until it was time for you to go to your court date and all that?
Yeah. I mean, I sat in there until I went to prison.
So they didn't give you no probation or anything?
No.
Not, was it your first offense?
For manufacturing or in general?
Oh, well, I guess since it's manufacturing, that's why. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
It was a class B felony. Like we had A, B, C, and D.
Right.
Well, back then it was, and it was a class B. It was the second. Like
See, I had a class C, and manufacturing here is a class. I think it's a class Y, Y felony. But you know, because I was a petty little drug addict. Whenever I got my charge, it was just for possession of methamphetamine, and so I just got probation. So, hey, what prison did you go to?
I went to Branchville.
How long did you have to stay there?
3 years.
How was that? What was your experience like being locked up?
We got fucked up a lot in prison. I mean, like the day I got sentenced for the actual manufacturing, I had been up like 3 days in the jail because somebody had, and I'm up there in handcuffs, like at the podium, and I'm doing this shit, like, you know what I mean, while I'm getting sentenced. It was bad. Yeah.
Damn.
Like a dude came in my. Yeah, it was bad.
Did you make a lot of friends when you were locked up? Did you have were you cool with everybody, or was it is it like California prison where everybody has to, like, the white people go with the white people and the black people go with the black people?
I mean, I was friends with black people before I went to prison, but
right.
I mean, everybody's gonna call me racist. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, motherfuckers. I went and asked your opinion, so I don't care about it. So they act totally different. So I mean, I didn't fuck with black people. You know what I mean? Like when they got around other black people, that's what it is.
Oh, so you just stayed with your own kind,
Yeah, it's not segregated so much like California or whatever, where like you can't even talk to black people or
right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Like you can gamble with them, and there's, you know what I mean? Like you can be friends with them. I just personally didn't.
Right. Okay. So, because that's what it's like a lot, like in Arkansas, you can associate with whoever you want to associate with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when I watch all these other prisons channels, they're like, you know, the whites go with the whites, the blacks go with the blacks, the Mexicans go over here.
Right.
And it's not like that at all here. So you did your 3 years.
Yeah, like, and I'm not an Aryan or no shit like that. Like, I'm not in a gang. I never was.
Right.
That clear too.
What did you feel like when they said 3 years and they put you in there? How did you feel?
I mean, I knew it was coming because my lawyer brought me the plea bargain beforehand.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, like I had it a long time coming. Like I have so many firsts in Vanderburgh County. Like I was the first person ever to get caught with Special K. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, ketamine.
Ketamine. Yeah, I was the first person in Indiana to get caught that. I was the first. Like it was like the first meth lab they found that year. It was like January 2nd when we got caught. I was the first person to get trafficking in our new jail. Like, so yeah.
So okay. All right. So after you got out of prison, you told me you got hooked on the Suboxone while you were in prison, right?
I got hooked on Suboxone the second time I went to prison.
So what did you go to prison for the second time?
I got caught like hundreds and hundreds of clozapines.
Uh-huh.
And I told them it was a sample, but they weren't going for it.
And, so tell me this: when you got out of prison the first time, you got out and you went right back to your addiction, right?
Yeah, I was cooking meth like within a week.
Nothing changed. You just got out of prison and you said, "Fuck y'all, I'm hitting the bricks." Was it because nobody taught you that you should seek recovery? Did they not teach you anything when you were locked up in prison the first time?
No. We got fucked up in prison. Like I think that was the first time I took methadone. I believe was in prison. Like we took methadone and Xanax, which I know a lot of people overdose from it. And me and the guy that slept on the bench, like we never woke up. Like he died.
See, that's why, like, I think a lot of people don't understand that, like, when you go to prison, a lot of these places, you're just going in there and you're learning more criminal activity.
Right. Like that's how I learned to do shake and bake, I think, was in prison, honestly. Like not
Oh,
doing it there, but people telling you about, you know what I mean? Like different ways to shake and bake.
shake and bake. Did you do a lot of that? A lot of shake and bake?
Yeah. Like I drove around cooking shake and bake like pretty much
That's
the time I was
crazy,
driving.
man.
No brakes on the car at all. Like I'd be driving around with the gas mask on, smoking it off in the car and shit.
Right. Oh
And
God, I've seen people do that. I've never done that in a car, but I've seen people who do it. I know people who do it. Okay, so you got out of prison, you went back to the same lifestyle, and you caught another charge and went back. How long did you go back for the second time?
a year and a half.
Okay, so it was just a violation.
No, it was a new charge. Like
Okay.
I went in 2008 to 2011 the first time, and then I went back in 2012 to 2013. And
Okay.
that's the first time I did Suboxone, and that's when I got hooked on it. Like
So
there was
how are
maybe
they getting Suboxones in there?
and through visits and through the guards. There's a lot of crooked guards, and that was at the Indiana State Farm in Greencastle.
When you first took Suboxone, what was it like? What did it make you feel like?
I was super fucking high, and it was the very first day that I got there. Like I found some other white dudes around my age, you know what I mean, to talk to or whatever. And they
Mm-hmm.
asked me if I wanted to get high, so I was like, fuck yeah, I want to get high. I didn't even ask what they had, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
they gave me like a 16th of it at first, and I was like, that's not gonna do nothing. Like I got a tolerance for drugs, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
they gave me a tape, and we mixed it was a strip. We mixed it in chapstick cap with hot water and snorted it. And I also high. I threw up off of it. Like
Yep. That's what happens when you're opiate naive. It can make you really sick too.
yeah,
Okay, so were you doing them every day for the whole year you were locked up?
yeah. I mean, I probably only went 10 days without it tops.
And did you experience withdrawal when you would go without it?
New
Yeah.
visitor.
Yeah.
Not like. I mean, if it was one day, not so much. I think it has like because the half life or whatever, and then, but yeah, after a couple of days, absolutely. I was scared to
Okay.
go home. I brought Suboxone from prison home with me when I got
Right.
released because I didn't know
Right.
where to go.
Well, you better, because if you,
Because everybody's like, "You're fucking petty. Why are you gonna bring home pills from prison and shit?" You know.
oh, hold on. Yeah, what were you, hold on, I'm reading the comments.
All right.
Manny, are you talking about the demonetization? We just get demonetized if a lot of times if we use certain words in our titles, like addiction. Like I put up a video the other day with, who was it, Jordan, and the video I put up was about she went from prison to purpose, and the video got demonetized.
Yeah, you said.
I'm like, what? Anyway, so okay, I want to know. All right, so okay, you came out of prison, you're hooked on Suboxone. Now what are you gonna do? What did you do?
Meth.
Meth?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, in that like, and I had been on opiates before, like you know, like Lortabs and shit like that, where I'd buy some prescription, you know, and then you take them for like 10 to 12 days straight, and you get sick. And I don't know, like meth help with the withdrawals from it.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That was back in 2013, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, when did you finally get sober?
Okay. Well, I don't know if the people watching. I was on your channel like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And I thought I was taking 2 milligrams of Suboxone. Everybody. And I thought it was for 6 months, but I found out that it was a year.
What, Jay?
I didn't know. I thought it was about 6 months, and then the lady we was getting from told my girlfriend that it had been a year. So.
Okay. So it was a year that you were on Suboxone. How many milligrams were you taking each day?
I started off on 1 milligram for probably like 2 months, and then it was just straight 2 milligrams every day. And then the lady like, look, I got 3 pills left, and I'm going back to Percocets, and I was like, I can't fucking afford to be on Percocet. But the whole time I was on Suboxone for that year, like I didn't do meth. I wasn't, you know what I mean, like scheming and stealing shit from people. It wasn't my prescription. It wasn't right, but that's what it was. That's what helped me. And I just quit taking this Suboxone like 2 weeks ago.
When you were on Suboxone, was it helping you? Like, was it helping you to stay straight, go to work, stay sober?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I didn't really get a buzz off of it, but I got, like energy and not sick or whatever. So yeah, I went to work all the time, and
Okay, now for the last 2 weeks that you've been off Suboxone, how have you been faring since being off of it?
well, I lost my job. I told you that.
Yeah.
And what, like, when you're coming off Suboxone, I didn't really get like nauseous and stuff like that. I did, I think, like one night, but you feel super tired and you lay down to go to sleep and it's like ants crawling off. You have like your whole body's restless.
Yeah.
And I slept like, I didn't sleep at all night, and I slept 2 hours. And then the next night I didn't sleep at all. And on my break at work, I fell asleep on my lunch break, and I fell asleep and they fired me or whatever.
Damn, that makes me so upset that they did that too. So, but you're off Suboxone. Are you happy now that you're off, or are you thinking that you want to get back on? I mean, tell me what are your thoughts in your mind about your recovery?
I never wanted to get back on it, even when I was feeling like shit. Because just knowing I have to depend on that every day, like it's the first thing I think about when I get up.
Right.
But I feel fine now. I've been like, I slept pretty much all weekend. I guess I was catching up on sleep or whatever, but I feel great.
You're feeling good. How are you doing with the losing the job? Are you depressed about that? Are you feeling some type of way? Like, I want you to be completely transparent. Tell us how you're doing.
I was pissed off at first, but I didn't feel like going like, oh, I need to go do drugs or whatever.
Have you been thinking about using or anything?
No, and that's another thing. Like the whole time I was on Suboxone, I mean, at first I might have done meth a couple of times, like a year ago, but you know what I mean. Once I stopped and I got like a month under my belt or something, I didn't miss it. Like, I didn't do all the bullshit you do while you're like active in your addiction, like stealing, manipulating people. I didn't do that the whole past year.
You think that you've just gotten to a point where you're just like, you're old and you're like, I'm ready to just calm down?
Well, first off, I'm not old.
You know what I mean? We're grown.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's been 17 or 18 years straight of getting fucked up. So, yeah, that's what it was.
Are you hungry? I made some food. What is it? Well, I want to know, Jay, what you're going to do to maintain your sobriety for the next lifetime.
What is it?
Well, I don't think about it like that. I just think about it like every day, because if I try to think about the rest of my life, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, a long time, maybe, you know?
I do understand that, but I just get a little concerned because I have to keep those kind of things at the forefront of my mind, because then what happens to me, and this is just from my experience, I forget that I'm a drug addict, and then the next thing you know, I go out and I am getting high. You know what I mean? And
I'm like 18 years of like moving around, sleeping on people's couches, and not having nowhere to go, and
right.
You know what I mean? Like having money one day, not having money for the next. Like I just know that's exactly what will happen within like a week.
You're right.
I'm not going to go through that again.
It's pot roast. It's meat. You like this? Here, come sit down right here with mommy. Oh, you're gonna spill it. Sorry, Jay. Hold on. I gotta feed this kid, y'all. Right there. No, I promise you, Nate. It's delicious. Now sit down and eat. Lord help me, Jesus, this child. Sorry, I had to feed Nate.
No, you're good.
Well, why did you start your YouTube channel? Tell everybody about your YouTube channel.
Everybody go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now.
Why did you start it though? Tell me.
I was watching like some of the other prison YouTubers, and like everybody's watched all the ones from Florida, like all them dudes that have YouTube channels from Florida, and every one of them was the man with all the tobacco and all the drugs and all the stuff on. No, the fuck you weren't.
Yeah, you just want to tell the real side of it, huh?
Yeah, that. And then my channel, like I have shit like tips for getting a job if you're a felon. I got shit about withdrawal, addiction, prison, just whatever I feel like talking about that day. It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like said on one thing.
And you're really funny. So I even think that like just your personality is super, it's just fun. It's easy. You're easy to talk to. And, you know, as people get to know you, your channel will grow. I want to
Yeah.
encourage you to be consistent and like, you know, be honest and just share what you're like. I think that people on YouTube, when they're searching for content, that the viewer is searching for someone to connect to and someone they want to relate to and resonate with a person's story. So I know that's what I look for. So when I watch people's channels, like I'm listening to hear like, you know, what you're like and stuff.
Like,
And so
yeah,
I
somebody
would
you hang
like
out
for
with.
you, I would like for you to share on your channel like more about what it was like when you were growing up, like story times, you know?
Yeah, if all your viewers go subscribe, I'll do that.
Y'all, please go and subscribe to Jay's channel. He's my friend, and we're trying to help him out. But anyway, man,
Yeah, I
I'm
know what
glad,
you're saying.
you
That
came on. What we were doing was we were just having people on from the audience just to come on and share their stories and stuff. And so, and Merk's linking your channel just so you know, so everybody knows where you're at. Thanks, Merk. We were just having people on to share and stuff. Let me show you this picture of what I looked like when I was in my addiction, y'all. It is crazy.
I want to see.
No, I'm not going to show you, boy. Okay, so first, here's one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's me, high as hell, looking crazy. Then let me show you one more. Look at my eyes, how messed up they look.
Yeah, that doesn't even look like you.
I was like I was so tiny, y'all. That's why I'm telling you guys, like,
You can always
it
tell the
wasn't
next pictures because you're like they look all happy, but then their eyes are just all black all the way around.
the eyes are black. Yes. Same here. Like I thought that I was a model, but look at my eyes.
I thought I was a model too.
So sad. Anyway, I love you, man.
Love you. Thank you.
Stay sober and be good, okay?
I will.
Holler at me again and we'll get you on in about 6 months for a checkup, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Do you have any cheese?
Boy, if you don't want to eat that
Do you
roast,
have any cheese yet?
I also got these potatoes. What did you guys think about Jay? Isn't he cool?
Mom, do you have any cheese or something?
No, we're gonna eat our roast and our rice, and then I made these cheesy potatoes too. Look, here. You'll love these. They're really good. Just have a bite, Nate. Look, turn around. Turn around, please, and have one bite. One bite, son. Anyway. Yummy. Nate, look at me. It's cheesy potatoes, pot roast, and butter rice. It's delicious. Okay? Just try one bite of the meat and you'll see how good it is. Sorry, guys. So, okay, guys, I've literally, does anybody else want to come up and share? Anybody else want to come up and share? Go ahead and eat, son. There's people in the world who have no food. They're starving. And you need to eat that food.
New visitor.
You got it? Why are you crying? Baby, just eat. And you will have no problems. Okay? All right. I love you. I love you, my little chicken nugget. You just hang out with whoever you want to hang out with, mostly gang ties. Yeah, that's, hey, Leonard. Ghetto fabulous over here, you know it. My eyes, you guys, they just start looking so dark whenever I'm using meth. I'll look like, hey, Josh, what's up, bud? Thank you. I appreciate that. Sure. Anybody that wants to come up here and share, I'm all about it. You know why I'm like that, Josh? Because I've gotten done dirty by people who thought that they were better, and because they had a bigger platform than I did, wouldn't give me the time of day or a chance. And so now what I do is I try to give back to people who are smaller than me and have a smaller platform, because I know what it's like to have somebody totally act like you don't even exist just because you don't have a big following. And I hate that. So I want everybody to have a chance to share their story. It doesn't matter if you have 1 subscriber or if you have 0 subscribers and no channel.
If you have one,
If you want a chance to share your story, you can come here on Real Talk Recovery. And everybody has a story to tell, you know. We're going to have a mukbang because I'm going to eat with you guys. No, Marcus, I use StreamYards. Do you want to come up here, Marcus? I'll send you the link. Hold on. Nate, that rice is delicious. Let's try it. It's just meat. We all have a story. That's right, you guys. What's that? Why can't I get it up there? Okay, not tonight. Okay, that's fine. Anytime you want to come on, Marcus, and share your story, I would love for you to come on.
That's fine.
Kenzie couldn't come tonight. She had a job call her in. So, bummer, huh? I know. I was so excited to let them know your name has changed on your. You did change yours. Yes. What happened, Luke? Okay, who wants the link? StreamYard, send me the link. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting on here. I was trying to link it, but my stupid clipboard's not letting me link it for some reason. Do any of you guys have the link? It's up there at the top. Why won't it let me do it? Go ahead and try it, Nate. I'm not going to sit here and try to get you to do it. Eat the food. Go ahead and try it, Nate. I'm not going to sit here and try to get you to do it. Eat the food. What? Hey, does anybody have the link? It's up here. It's at the top, you guys. I have to go into my, hold on. For some reason, my phone's not letting me get it, you guys. Alicia, I'm so glad. Alicia joined Patreon too. Shout out to you, Alicia. Thank you, girl. Share link. I'm getting it, you guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm so excited to have you guys. You see it, Marcus? Okay. Sorry, it's all the way up there at the top of the chat. And I was trying to get my phone to let me share it, but for some reason it's being dickheaded. There we go. I got it up there in case you need it. Anyway, y'all, I made such a good meal tonight. Well, Kim, maybe after you get a little bit more comfortable with all of us, you can come on and share your story too. You know, what I find out, you guys, hey Bella, hey baby girl, you know what I find is that you want some cereal, Nate, instead of that delicious meal? You want a bowl of cereal? No? We all have a lot in common. We all have been there. We all have a lot of trauma from when we were younger. We all have
you can cut it more up.
Yes, I'll cut it more up. Hold on, guys. First of all, I just want you to try a little bite of the meat, okay? Just take this little piece. Go ahead, chew. It's just, Nate, it's roast. You didn't
That
even...
tastes horrible.
Nate, chew it. One more time. Nate, take this. Come on. Chew it. Chew it, Nate. Stop. Then you'll go to bed hungry, boy. Come on. You want a bowl of cereal instead? More. Lord help me. Y'all, this boy is refusing to eat. Hold on. What did Luke say? I'm reading it. Oh, Manny, did you get my question? Let me show you, Manny, if this helps you understand a little bit, okay? A lot of YouTubers are going through this, and listen, I don't even make money off my channel because my channel is smaller. And okay, Kim, that would be awesome. But it's still really discouraging whenever you are trying to do something and make good content that's going to help other people, and YouTube deems it not friendly, not advertiser friendly. And so if I wanted our channel to grow and move forward, YouTube stunts it from being able to do that, you know? Thank you, Cindy. And you know what, you guys, like, this is another thing. We're all in different parts of our recovery, right? And so I want to encourage Jay to stay on the right track, you know, and I'm worried. I am worried, and he knows this because I told him, you know, I'm concerned about him losing his job because, you know, that's not a good thing. And so I just want, and listen, when we lose our jobs, it's devastating. It can be depressing. When I first got sober, I think I had about a year sober. I was working for this place called Nukes. It's a sandwich place. And I lost my job because I almost fought somebody at work. I called my sponsor and I was crying my eyes out because I was so upset about getting fired. I hadn't been fired except for when I was getting high, you know? So getting fired when you're sober is like, what? I'm sober now, you know? And so I got so discouraged. And I really was like, fuck this. Just fuck it, you know? And that's what happens to us. We'll get the fuck it's. That's why when a friend of mine who is sober loses their job in sobriety, I get worried about my friends. I'm like, are you okay? You know, is everything all right? Because losing your job, usually when we get fired, it's because we're doing something we're not supposed to be doing. Good. Okay, Cindy, good. I'm glad, because that's why I didn't post the last one, because I just felt like we were just going a little bit overboard with our story times. But you know how it can be when you get around somebody that you have a lot in common with, like, and you get to telling stories. Sometimes it can be a little, you know. What happened to Sandra? Let me see what's going on with Sunny. Aloha family. Black tar laced with fentanyl has made it to Maui. People are already dying every day. 1 out of 3 of us addicts dying. I'm so sad. Sandra, stay away from that. Okay? You got caught in the bathroom using, Luca? I'm going to tell y'all want to hear a story before I get off here? Oh, let me show you something, Manny. Okay? Do you see the video I just put up, 7 myths? Do you see how it has a yellow dollar sign? That means it's not monetized. That means YouTube deems it unfit for advertisers. So, That's why, and that happens all the time, you guys. And the reason that video is demonetized is because it says medication in the title. I bet you if I go in and I change the word medication, okay, and the word treatment. So let me do da-da-da, da-da-da, and then we'll see if it monetizes it. Watch, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you guys. I promise you, when I come back, it'll be monetized because I took the words and I put an asterisk so YouTube can't identify it as medication or treatment. Maybe not. Maybe it's assisted too. Let's see. Anyway, and the other day I had put a video up. I'm finally off dope and taking subs, but I can't get off these damn Adderall. Hey, Thomas. It's okay, Kim. That's why we're doing Patreon. That's why I tell you guys, like, if you really enjoy my content and I'm really helping you out, just join my Patreon. That's all. And it's cheap. It's only $2. So, yes, Cindy, I have. And they're doing it to videos that have nothing to do with addiction. Some of my videos that I put up yesterday, I put up the get ready with me video and demonetized. Why? And what happens, you guys, is that video it just sucks. 7 misconceptions about let's see if that one works. We'll see. I'm trying to learn. So Thomas, what's going on, man? Talk to us about about the Adderall. Why were you prescribed Adderall, or were you not prescribed it? My doctor wouldn't give me Adderall. Really, Kim? How do you know, Kim? Do you have a list? I'll tell you guys lists. I found a list on YouTube. There's this guy that has a channel called Nerd City, and he printed out a whole list. Do you have, Thomas, do you have ADHD or no? Okay. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Thomas, baby, you are welcome here. Okay? You are welcome here. Now, sorry about that. This is why I get concerned about Adderall. And Thomas, I'm proud of you for coming in here and sharing. I'm proud of you for wanting to come off of it. This is what I would do. I would go to my doctor and I would tell him, I would let them know that you're having addiction issues and that you want to come off Adderall, and see if there is something that they can change you to instead of the Adderall that would be something that would be better. Do you want a bowl of cereal?
I can't.
Grilled cheese sandwich?
No.
Grilled cheese? Okay. We're making grilled cheese for Nate now. Okay. You can't function without them? What do you mean you can't function without them? Like, you can't function without them because you're mine, or you can't function without them because you don't have any energy? Captain, She called in, said she couldn't do it because she had to go to work. So what we decided to do is we just had a free-for-all, didn't we, guys? I just had on a bunch of different people. What? What, baby? No, Nate, don't say that. We just had on a bunch of people. We had Julia on and we had Jay on, and they both shared their stories. And Julia, you should have been here, Captain. Julia did so good. She shared about her addiction, and she's been sober for 7 years. But she also struggles with anorexia, and so we're getting her lined out to join the Discord and the Patreon, and we're going to get her back on track and get her into some therapy, so that way she can get herself healthy and away from that eating disorder. So there are several meds that can be used for ADHD that are not addictive. Hit me up and I can refer you. There you go. Marcus said he can refer you to some medications that are, better. But focus is the hardest. Yeah. So Thomas, that's what I was saying. I was saying the same thing, Marcus. There's other medications that you can transfer over to that would be less addictive, and then you won't have to depend on a stimulant for the rest of your life. Which, listen, man, I'm on Suboxone, so I'm not judging you. If you need to be on medication for the rest of your life, so be it. But I think what happens is that a lot of times these doctors just throw Adderall at young kids when they're young, and so you could probably live your life without it if you had been given the chance to try when you were younger, So don't get discouraged. We're going to help you here, right, guys?
Yeah.
We're going to help support you here, okay?
Yeah.
I can't stand Adderall because when I used to take it, it would give me headaches, you guys. I am the kind of person that, Lord, if I'm going to take that stuff, I'm going to take it and take a whole bunch of them and run around my house, tweakity-deakity. So I just stay away from stimulants because
Look what I'm doing.
I don't need them. What are you doing, buddy?
I don't know.
Okay, let's cook this grilled cheese. And I didn't do the stretchy cheese. I did the other cheese, okay? I used to snort Adderall for a short time, but I can see how it can be very addictive. Yes. Yes. I take lithium. It helps my bipolar and ADD. Good, Sandra. The only channel I do watch, Nicole, is your friend Sid. Roll call here and there. I know, Manny. I know. I love him.
Is it that crunchy?
Huh?
Grilled cheese, is it that crunchy?
Is it the crunchy?
Grilled cheese.
No, it's the Kraft cheese, the kind you like. I always prefer downers compared to uppers. See, that's what's so weird about me, Kim, is like I was strung out on oxys, but I was also strung out on methamphetamine at the same time. Hashtag yoked up white dudes. Oh.
Did you say
Hashtag.
hashtag?
What do you think I said?
Lowififia?
I said yoked up white dudes.
But why?
Nate, are you a yoked up white dude?
No.
Come over here and say, yoked up white dudes. You know what, you guys? Like, I know a lot of people have to be on medications. I understand that. But I want you guys to make sure that you're doing the best thing that you can do for you. And if you have really hardcore ADHD or ADD, like Marcus said, he can help you look into other options for that.
Doesn't that smell horrible?
Yes, Samuel, me too. You get used to it, your tolerance goes up. And I know, listen to me, you guys. I'm constantly comparing myself to the energy that I used to have when I was on methamphetamine. I always think, am I just lazy? Do I just not have enough energy? It's because I'm comparing it to what my life was like when I was on methamphetamine. Of course I don't have energy. Of course, things have slowed down because I'm not on stimulants anymore. And so I see a lot of moms, young mothers, that get hooked on stimulants also because they're running around, they're trying to take care of their kids, and they get on Adderall or Adipex or some kind of stimulant medication, and then they're using it to stay skinny, they're using it to do the house chores. I just got off heroin, and that was terrible. Now I just doubled up on my Adderall intake and Suboxone. That's the thing, okay, Thomas? Do not overtake your Suboxone, honey, okay? Do not overtake it. It's not going to do anything if you take more. Listen to me. I would never steer you wrong. Taking more Suboxone is an absolute waste,
Mom,
okay?
can you
Just
come-
take the amount that you're prescribed.
can you go upstairs with me?
Here. Come here. You sit right there and eat. You're not going upstairs, boy. No more taking the food upstairs. Do you want chips with it? Do you want chips with it? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, this is all you want. There you go. Yoked up white boy. Here. Yoked up white boy. Hold it like this so you don't spill it. I know, right, Manny? Sit right there and eat. Thank you, yoked up white boy. I love you. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's overtaking Suboxone is like taking an extra vitamin. It's not going to do anything. You want Doritos?
Like me.
What?
Squishy and weird.
It's hot, Nate. Eat it. Nathaniel, I literally just cooked it. You saw me toast it. Look,
How am I supposed to eat it when
I'm going
it's
to cut it in little squares.
here?
Go. Open. Good, huh? Because it's got butter on it. That's how you cook the toast. Do you want any rice to go with it?
Now it's just melting and coming out.
I know, Cindy. I'm doing the damn thing, huh? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, more will not help.
Yeah.
If you take more, it's waste. Mm-hmm. I tell my son, try a bite, and then he eats it. Thomas, I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. If you want to text me, and you have any questions or you just need a little bit of help, man, you can text me on that number, and I'll help you any way I can. I just want you to understand something. Taking more Suboxone or more Adderall is not going to help you at all. Okay? Good job of getting off the heroin. Now we need to focus on staying sober, getting into some meetings, getting some therapy, okay, and staying with a group of people who are sober. Maybe you should reach out to some men in your area that go to AA or NA. See if you can find somebody there that will kind of sponsor you and help you stay accountable. If you can't find anybody that will help you there, you can reach out to me and I will help line you up with another man who has been sober for a while that can help guide you on this journey. You're not alone though, man. I just want you to know you're not alone, but the main focus of the main thing we need to be focusing on is taking our medication as prescribed. Number one thing, okay?
New visitor.
After you get yourself to where you're taking your medication as prescribed, you're not abusing it, then we can think about tapering on your Adderall, okay? But I really think that you just need to really get down, buckle down, and get focused on your recovery, okay? Don't worry about all the extra stuff. Let's focus on taking our medication as prescribed getting into a strong recovery program, and getting involved in some therapy. Okay? All right. All right. All right, you guys, I'm going to jump off here. It's been 2 hours. Me and Nate, I'm going to go get this little boy in the bath time, get him ready because we got to go back to school tomorrow. And I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you to everyone that came out tonight and shared some of your story. Thank you to all of you guys that joined Patreon. I can't wait to get to know you even more over there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we got Monday night step study. And I think we're on step 6. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. All right. I love you guys. Bye. What's wrong, babe?